Hello and welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. Back again with a weekly check-in. I know that I'm a day late. So it's Tuesday by the time this will be going up. But as you all are awakening in the morning, it should be up in time for you to, listen in and see how it plays a part throughout your week. You can also apply it to the day that just passed, which was Monday, and see how it impacts you that way. This will be for the week of the 15th, even though it's the 16th. Like I said, I know, a sister was late, but don't hold it against me too much. Yeah, and we're gonna, or before I start, let's get the disclaimers out of the way. If you are a returning person or a subscriber, or not a subscriber, you're just kind of keeping up with the channel, thank you so much for tuning in, but definitely consider subscribing, so that way you know when I drop new videos. But if you are a new person, new to the channel, thank you so much for checking me out, and I hope that you do consider subscribing and stick around, because I have more videos coming, especially doing these weekly check-ins for the placements of Libra. The signs, the signs of Libra, Taurus, and Cancer. So yeah, more of me in this form anyway. And I also have my main channel as well. Forgot to mention that in the previous channel, but I usually mention it from time to time here or there. So I'm gonna mention it now. I do have a main channel that is called Stephanie Lachey. Sorry if you hear the helicopter plane or whatever it is in the background. Hopefully it'll go ahead and pass on by and not cause too much noise, as well as outside noises. I don't even know what that is, but anyway, that keeps making noises. What was I at? Okay, so yeah, I was mentioning subscribing. I wish they would stop. Oh my god, like, go, just get to where you're going. Yes, like the video as you are listening along. It costs nothing to give a like, but it lets me know that you are enjoying the content, as well as leaving a comment down in the comment section to let me know how the video is resonating, if you feel comfortable sharing. But if not, totally fine. Just leave that cute little emoji down in the comment section. I enjoy cute emojis, and I love interacting with new people, especially connecting on a topic that I'm interested in, which is tarot and oracle card readings. What else? Decks that I'm using will be in the description box. Also share the video out if you think someone would enjoy watching these, especially if they have Libra, Taurus, or Cancer placements, but they can very much see the other videos that I've posted, especially the pick-up piles, because those are timeless. So whenever it comes across your feed, you can take a look and see what's going on, and the energy can still apply. It can be the week that you're currently looking at it, the day, the week, weeks on out, months, the whole shebang. Okay. Yeah, I think I said dicks will be in the comment section. Yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you like the way I read, I'm very chill, I'm very calm. I have a quick turnaround when it comes to the readings. So yeah, if you're interested, my email is down in the description box, and you have to contact me. I will not contact you. So yeah, we'll go from there. All right, now that we got that out of the way, I know I'm a little yapper. And I have to get all my disclaimers out of the way because, yeah. So next we are going to do the weekly check-in for Taurus. Okay. This is going to be for Taurus. And just kind of shuffle on the cards, even though they are pretty shuffled. But I just, used them previously for a Libra reading. So I'm going to kind of clear out the Libra energy a little bit and just kind of tap into Taurus's energy. Okay, Taurus, I don't know why, but I heard the word red light. So, I don't know. Maybe some of you this week will be like having to deal with traffic of some sort, being stuck in traffic. You know, maybe you could be like running late. I'm seeing, I hate to laugh because it's really not funny, because it can be very frustrating, especially when you have, you know, on a time crunch, but being late for something because you were stuck in traffic. Yeah, I'm hearing late, the word late. Something is late. I don't know. Some of y'all, Taurus is what y'all been doing. No, just like, I don't know. Maybe some of you, your period's late. I don't know. Just be cautious of it. This could also be like a warning, like, hey, you know, if you don't want your period to be late, you know, and remain late for like, you know, 9 or however, you know, the 9-10 months. Well, they say 9 to 10 months. I remember it used to be like 8 months, but it's really like 10 months, I believe, when a person is pregnant. So a lady's pregnant, whatever, you know, however you want to say it. Also hearing the word grill, and also seeing that image of a grill. So I don't know, maybe y'all, maybe having some kind of get together, family gathering, something, a family reunion, and throwing something on the grill. Even though, you know, it's well into September, or yeah, it's pretty much well into September, but I don't know. And as always, I go by start of the week, midweek, end of the week, and these cards are just to pull for, you know, like a word of the week for you, affirmation, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. This is very random, but it could be for a small number of you. Someone is like craving like apple strudel, something with apples. You're craving that. Maybe you want like a caramel apple. Maybe you want an actual apple, which is the better choice. You know, just, you know, being straight up, respectfully. Maybe you enjoy the scent of apple with cinnamon, to be specific. What else am I getting? Okay. Also, the color red. I'm seeing like a red carpet for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you're going to like an award show, or you went to an award show. I don't know. And also, like with these it sounds like helicopters are flying around outside. So I don't know. Maybe some of you, whenever I think about that, it makes me think of LA. Red carpet, LA, helicopters. Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. Yawning and stuff. Some of you may be tired, exhausted from going too much, especially if you're like in LA and maybe you like in the industry, the entertainment industry, and you're kind of exhausted from going to place to place to place. But that could be like a select number of you, like a small number. But I don't know. LA is significant. California is significant right now. I don't know why. or why that would be necessarily coming out in Taurus's reading, but hey, it is what it is. I've never really, I don't think I've ever like kind of pinpointed a specific place as far as like, you know, down to the state or whatever. Well, I take that back because I have mentioned countries before and different. No, okay. Anyway, it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, but yeah, I could maybe Taurus is on to plan a trip to California for whatever reason. Her birthday. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of anything else that that's coming through, and because I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna say it if it comes up. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't mince words. All right, not getting anything else. And again, y'all, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will more than likely say that at the end of the video too. Okay. Out of Earth. Okay. Sorry for the sniffles. You already know the vibes or the deal. Okay. Oh goodness. I'm just really on it. What time is it? It's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So start of the week again. I know it's Tuesday when this is going up, but again, just think back to your Monday, how it went, and apply what comes out to this reading to Monday, and see how it went for you. Anyway, so we have Ace of Earth, and it says the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. Ace of Earth. So I did mention like LA, Hollywood, entertainment industry, that type of thing, especially with the helicopters flying overhead. I don't know, it just makes me think of like California. I don't know why. And I know, pretty much anywhere helicopters can fly, obviously, but I just seen California in my mind, like helicopter, California, entertainment industry with the red carpet, that type of thing. So, of course, you get your money and stuff, when you're especially working in the entertainment industry, but what's really sticking out for me is the important documents or contracts, a promising business event or venture, but more specifically, the important documents and contracts. So with that, I feel like this could be something where you need to go over your contracts, make sure that they are legit, make sure you hire like a lawyer, an attorney or whatever, something. I forget, I always get those two mixed up, lawyer, attorney, yeah. But do what you need to do to find legal representation that can look over things, make sure you're staying on, your task, make sure, your money is right, especially since it says the inflow of abundance, and making sure you're kind of staying on track as far as like having an accountant that can keep you on track with your spending. Because, from all the movies we've seen, all of the TV shows that were like The Hills, that's coming up. Maybe that was one of your favorite shows. I don't know. I know I watched it when I was a teen, and sometimes I may go back just for nostalgia's sake and go back and watch it. So yeah, that could be significant for you. Let's see. yeah, I just really think you need to be mindful of any type of like important documents, you know, contracts that you need to sign. Make sure someone is like looking over it or over all of them, just to make sure everything is you know, on the up and up, and you're not being played, or you know, you're not giving too much of yourself or doing too little. You're doing what's expected of you, and vice versa. Yeah, that's what I get from that. And of course, you know, I mentioned California, but it could be any of like major cities where, you know, events can happen like that, because yeah, you can have red carpet in like New York, Chicago, anywhere really, because they have events where they do like red carpet events, even on, you know, even if it's like a, you know, popular name brand place, or award show, or you know, whatever, even a modeling show, that can happen anywhere. So whatever, however it resonates with you, just make sure, you know, you have your important documents and legal contracts thoroughly looked over. Okay, then we're going to go to the Hermit. That's number 9, and it says spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. So funny enough, in the Libra reading, discovery, the fairy card that came out for Libra was discovery. And so maybe this is, you know, by midweek you're sort of trying to find yourself, trying to figure things out about yourself. Interesting. I just got, that came through my mind, the ancestry thing. So you could be waiting on like that type of a self-discovery, trying to discover like your origins, where you come from. If you're like had adoptive parents, you know, maybe they have given you, you know, information where you can kind of go search and figure out who you are, where you come from, you know. And even if you have like still, your parents are still living, that, you know, gave up their adoption, maybe you can go talk to them and kind of figure out, you know, what was going on with them, and, you know, maybe reach a common ground, if you will. That also could just be work related, and you just need to kind of chill. Kind of got the same reading for Libra as far as like chilling, but I don't get the sense that you all Tauruses, I don't get the sense that you're very like overwhelmed or anxious or anything like that. I just think that more so you all just have to maybe just kind of quiet your mind, maybe more so than like, and I don't know, that anxiety can be more so on the mental side, or you know what I mean, in your mind, but it can also have like physical effects on you. It can make your heart race. It can make your, you know, make you get the shakes. Like it can do a lot of things. So yeah, I would say just kind of, if you are feeling just slightly overwhelmed or maybe have some issues, I would just kind of spend some time by yourself, meditate, you know, think things through. It always helps to write things out. I swear and live by list and journaling and that type of thing. So this could be a great time for you, especially like midweek, to kind of check in with yourself, see how you're feeling, as well as other people who are involved, if they're involved with you or involved with a particular situation. Then yeah, I would say do the self-discovery and just kind of spend time with yourself and getting to know yourself more. If you are kind of scattered and you feel like you kind of don't have any direction, I would definitely be doing that. All right. And so by the end of the week, we have Two of Earth, and it says too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. I'm sorry, that is Two of Earth. Again, it's backwards, so, and I don't know how to change my camera so that it'll be righted, but y'all get it. Just roll with it. I feel like if there is some kind of decision at play that you need to make, I feel like by you sitting and meditating on it, as well as writing any type of like information down, or staying on your P's and Q's, especially when it comes to like the documents and contracts, Taurus. I feel like just by doing that, it'll help you kind of get through the week and be better able to kind of rest a little bit more. Especially if you have like more, it's like responsibilities keep piling up. So it's like, especially with the too much going on at once, it can make you kind of overwhelmed. And I believe that came out in Libra's readings, that overwhelming feeling. But again, I don't really get the sense that this Taurus collective is very, very overstimulated, or like so overwhelmed to the point that they can't make a decision. I just feel like maybe like a small select number of you could be dealing with some anxiety over making a decision, but just by taking a step back, working through, processing through things, as well as making sure you're journaling and to get those frustrations and things out when you're, when it's hard to make a decision for yourself. And consider a more playful approach. See the light within the situation. See, like, just, what am I trying to say? If you need to take a step back, do that. The world won't end if you're not doing something at the moment, if that makes sense, okay? All right. So now we're going to go to the oracle portion. And the first card is Oshun, Fearless Love. I feel like this is more so, yes, you should have like compassion for your fellow persons, but I feel like Fearless Love, the first person that you should have that type of love for is yourself. So you could be maybe building up your confidence, standing in front of mirrors, saying affirmations, or just saying them quietly. Just speaking life into yourself, I think. And Oshun is very good, I feel, from what I know about Oshun. I feel like she just kind of goes after her pleasure. Like, she goes after like what she wants, even if the decision is difficult to make, where there's a little indecisiveness going on with Tauruses at the moment. So, but that's neither here nor there. Going back to the Fearless Love, and if this is something that you have not been doing but you should do, then I definitely suggest, if you need to build up some compassion, some what's the word? If you need to build up some self-confidence for yourself, then definitely tap into Oshun energy, and just try to see the good in people, the good in things, make the best of situations, but also don't just rest on your laurels. Go out and do what you need to do, especially if it comes to like making a decision, and definitely just also don't forget Oshun carries that mirror. So maybe you need to, and you could very well just be sitting kind of like Oshun is. You have your mirror, put it up to your face, and right in front of your face, and say your affirmations. And I did not do this. I don't believe in Libra's reading, but the numbers that I have out here are 9, 2, 25, 13, 5. So those numbers could be significant. Again, that was 9, 2, 25, 13, and 5. Okay, I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to go play the lotto. I don't know. Those could be your numbers. I don't know. Or a part of your number sequence. funny how Ocean and Oya came out, so interesting. But that also could speak to like duality. I don't know. Because duality, of course, for Libra came out, and that kind of like the scales, and also I think that duality is also Gemini energy as well, so air energy, which tracks, or you could be dealing with like a Gemini or an Aquarius, but I think, yeah, that's more so like that twin energy is more so Gemini. So yeah, maybe you're dealing with a Gemini, or a Gemini wants to deal with you. I don't know. Anyway, so then we go to Oya storms. Yeah, so with storms, I just feel like and I only feel like this is a select number of individuals, but maybe you should, again, and especially with it aligning with the hermit mode, if things are kind of hectic or crazy, it feels kind of stormy and things are not letting up, just, take a step back. Give yourself some time to meditate. Give yourself a spiritual pep talk. You could also be lending this energy or help to others as far as like helping them process and work through things, especially if it's kind of harsh. Because storms, yeah, I don't know, storms. The way that this card looks, which is beautiful, by the way, but the way that it looks is just kind of like ominous, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I don't feel like the Taurus collective at large. I feel like this is more so kind of like like the storm's already happened, so you're kind of like overcoming it now, and for the larger scale. But if it's like on a smaller level, yeah, if you're dealing with some storms or unsavory events happening or transpiring, yeah, I would go meditate. I would try to go find a safe place. I would just try to relax. All right, and then we have Booya Nahanda. Hopefully I said that correctly, but it's radical rebirth. Radical rebirth. And also, and I'll go ahead and just kind of say this card, passion, is what your word of the week is. Maybe this is like, yeah, you're needing to make a decision and having to play for a poach. Now, this could be, since passion is over, this could be like romance related for some of you. I don't know if this is all for all of Taurus, but it can't be. Just again, take it as it resonates. But passion, and then with radical rebirth, whatever decision you make, I feel like it's gonna have a radical effect on you. Like it's going to birth a whole new you, and this could already be happening as we go progressive with whatever in this reading. But it gradually, like, your people in this collective are gradually changing. Like they're adapting, but they are, what am I trying to say? And I think self-discovery. That could also, like the radical rebirth, could give you a major, or can have like a major impact on you now. And I think I mentioned earlier with the self-discovery, like testing your ancestry, your DNA. This could be a part of the radical rebirth of Tauruses. And maybe you could find out, like, maybe because I was naming like a place like California, maybe you'll find out that your family comes from California, or might, you know, immigrate, or not immigrated, but what's the word, migrated to a different place. I'm getting somewhere in the South, but that's just me. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, this could be a part of your radical rebirth if you are, you know, testing your DNA, trying to see what's going on, trying to figure out who you are, where you're, you know, where you're from, that type of thing. So, yeah, this rebirth is something that you're going to be very passionate about. You may even want to share it with others, like good news. I also get radical rebirth. It also makes me think of, and it's something that a word that I really love, especially when I apply it to myself, but it's unapologetic. You know, that unapologetic passion for life, maybe even like a new sense or a new leash on life, especially with that Hermit card. You know, you're kind of coming out of your shell more, you know, willing to be seen, that type of thing. So let's read what passion says, and then we'll wrap this up. It says, passion is an inner flame that will keep you striving toward your vision. So yeah, you're sort of up in that patient meter, if that makes sense. Like, you're having like this new, once you come out of hermit mode and the storms, you are having like a passionate epiphany maybe, and you're like, ooh, I like that, or ooh, I want to do that, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I know I'm kind of yapping, but hopefully it's making sense for you guys. I don't know, I'm kind of drawn to these, like she's holding flowers and stuff. Maybe you're going to get some flowers or receive your flowers. You know what I mean? And I feel like, I'm pretty sure that saying or phrase came out in a previous reading of mine. So, I don't know. But yeah, maybe you want someone to send you flowers, or they're sending you flowers, or, you know, you go get them yourself, which you absolutely can do. You don't have to wait on anybody to bring you flowers. You can do it yourself. But if it's the other flowers, like giving you your props, giving you, you know, your congrats, yeah, that'll definitely be coming through for you. Alright, Taurus says, I'm trying to see if I am getting anything else. Alright, yeah. I don't see anything else. There's a lot of gold. Yeah, there's a lot of gold in these cards. Ace of Earth, the Hermit, Two of Earth, Oshun, with the yellowish golden, you know, the gold rings here. This card, the lions, are kind of golden. Lions. Maybe y'all dealing with some Leos too. I don't know. Or maybe you're a Leo that has a Taurus placement. But anyway, like gold. I'm not like all this gold. It makes me think of, yeah, maybe gold could be your primary inquiry, or not inquiry. Sorry, that's not the right word. Or yeah, maybe inquiry, like inquiry, inquiring, or whatever you said, the inquiry, or trying to see, asking. It's almost like you're answering, asking yourself questions about yourself, if that makes sense. Like, you're trying to tap in and kind of get to the root of things, especially when it comes to yourself. Trying to get used, or get to the root of something, the root to a problem, the root to something. I don't know, but gold, it also makes me kind of think of like royalty and opulence, high status, that type of thing, VIP. Yeah. So, I don't know. Just funny things that I look at, and synchronicities that kind of come up for me. And if I think it's worth sharing, I will definitely share it. Alright, Tauruses, I don't get anything else, but definitely come back for the next videos. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it up here. So yeah, like the video. You know, it costs nothing to give a like. And oh yeah, I'm going over 35 minutes. And anyway, what am I trying to say? Yeah, like the video, share the video with a friend if you think that they love this type of tarot or card reading content. Even if they have the Taurus placement somewhere and you think they will enjoy it, definitely share it out to your friends. And what else am I missing? Leave a comment down in the comment section if you feel comfortable sharing how it resonated. Do that. If not, then leave me a cute little emoji so that I know that you are enjoying the content and you are liking the video. But you can also stay up to date, connected, so that you know when I drop new things. But also just I'm trying to build this platform up over here. So yeah, subscribe to the channel so that you know when I drop new stuff all the time, which I'm being more consistent than I ever have been, but I'm sticking to it and I enjoy doing these readings. Hopefully I don't yap too much and I'm not too incoherent, because it is pretty late, I don't know how you want to say it, in the morning, and I am almost running on E getting these videos out. But I wanted to do them and make sure that they were out at least, not going over a day without putting the weekly readings up, weekly check-in readings. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Come back next time. See ya. Bye, Tauruses.